Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to this year's game collection tour. So, if you're new around here and you don't know what this is, every year I like to do a collection, or not a collection, a video touring my game collection. So I show all the games I have, and you know, it kind of gives me an opportunity to talk about the games I have for one, and talk about some games I don't really have the chance to talk to on the channel, since this is, well, mostly a Nintendo and Sonic channel. So there's a lot of other games I play besides Nintendo and Sonic games that I also would like to talk about. So this gives me a chance to do that. But I have a lot more games this year than I did last year. So I think how we're going to split this up is we're going to start with the Sega games, then we'll go to Nintendo, then PlayStation, then Xbox, I think is a good way to do it. So let's get into it, starting with the Sega Genesis. So if you didn't know, I set out on a journey this year to collect every Sonic game released in North America. And I did that. And of course, the first game is Sonic 1. I still like this game. I know a lot of people say it's bad and it's not good because it's really not all that great, but I still think it's pretty fun. It's definitely the worst out of the original Genesis trilogy, though. Next up, we have Sonic 2. Definitely the better game, if you ask me. I don't know, this might be my favorite game in the trilogy. Then we have Sonic 3. I know this is a lot of people's favorite in the Genesis lineage of Sonic games, and I might have to agree there, but I don't know, man. It's just something about Sonic 2 that just makes it so good to me that, I don't know. I still love this game, though. I still think this is a great game. Then we have Sonic and Knuckles, the other half of Sonic 3. Yeah, so this game is also really good. Even on its own, it's a really good game. I definitely think I like this half better than the Sonic 3 half. Then we have Sonic Spinball. I don't like this game. I know, hot take. But no, this game is not fun at all. There's really nothing there's no reason to play this game, other than just having it for the collection, so. Yep, and we have Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Just a fun little spin-off game, you know. It's a fun little puzzle, Puyo Puyo clone, you know. It's not anything too crazy, but it's like, it's whatever. Then we have Sonic 3D Blast. This game sucks. It's not that good. I do like the Saturn version better, which we'll get into that soon, but no, this game still sucks. I hate this game. Then we have Wacky Worlds. This is it's not really an educational game, I don't think, but you can do some cool stuff like create art, music, all that cool stuff. And it has Sonic in it, so yeah, that's cool. Then we have Knuckles Chaotix. So, I made a video earlier this year talking about rare Sonic games, and in the video I said basically this was the rarest one, because not many copies were made and it's super expensive. Then, this guy Nolan dropped a donation for me to basically buy the game. So again, huge shout out to Nolan for getting this game for me. And I actually think it's pretty fun when you're playing as Charmy the whole time. Alright, so that wraps up the Genesis games. I guess we'll move on to the Saturn games now. I mean, not the Saturn games, shit, the Game Gear games. First up, Sonic 1 for the Game Gear. A pretty different game from the Genesis version, but I don't know. I haven't really played this one much, so I can't really say much about it. And that also goes for Sonic 2 on the Game Gear as well. I've never played those versions fully, so I can't really say much about this one, but it looks fine, I guess. Then we have Sonic Chaos. I actually have played this game fully, not 100%, but I have like played the game from start to finish, and I think it's decent. It's basically just another Sonic adventure, but on a much more less powerful console, so there's a bunch of issues there. But I still think it's a fairly fun time. Then we have Sonic Triple Trouble. I also think this game is pretty cool. I don't really have any issues with it, besides the limitations that the Game Gear brings to it, but I still think this is a fairly decent game. Then we have Sonic Spinball. It's another crappy game. I really have no reason to play this, especially on the Game Gear, because the Game Gear version is much worse. And I guess that goes for Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on the Game Gear as well. You know, I really have no reason to play these games, so, but I own them because, again, every Sonic game. Then we have Sonic Labyrinth. This is probably one of the worst games ever made. Yeah, it's slow, it's boring. Everything about it just sucks. Then we have Sonic Blast, which, man, the Game Gear has some truly shitty games. Yeah, this game sucks. It's an interesting concept, but it just could not work on the Game Gear. Like, the Game Gear was just way too limited. Then we have Sonic Drift 2, a fairly bland racing game, slightly less bland than Sonic Drift 1, which was only released in Japan. This is just kind of like a updated version of that game, and it's just whatever. You just go in circles. There's nothing that really puts this game next to other racers at the time, like Mario Kart. Like, this game, it really is not that good. Then we have Tails Adventure, one of Tails' only spin-off games where he's the actual main character, and I've never played it, so I can't really say much. Alright, before moving on to the Saturn games, we have the two Sonic SEGA Pico games. We have Sonic Game World and freaking Tails and the Music Maker. Just some shitty educational games. There's really no reason for me to play these, but if I ever get a Pico for some reason, I mean, why not try them out? Then we have a couple of loose games here. We have Sonic Jam on the Gamecom and Sonic Pocket Adventure. I don't have cases for these. I think Sonic Pocket Adventure is actually a really fun game, but Sonic Jam on the Gamecom is like the complete opposite. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the long box Sega games, I guess you could say. Sonic CD. I like Sonic CD, you know, it's definitely not great. I know people like to call it like the best Sonic, classic Sonic game, and no, it's definitely not anywhere near that, but I still think it's a fairly decent time. Now moving on to the Sega Saturn stuff, we have Sonic Jam, one of the rarest Sonic games that I'm happy I own it, but it's just, man, the amount of money I spent on this game it's quite embarrassing, actually. I could say the same for Sonic R. I actually really do like Sonic R. I've never played the Saturn version. The PC version's a little different, but I actually do kind of like this game. I have a guilty pleasure for it. It's not like the worst thing ever created. It's just kind of like, it's very janky, but I don't know. I find it fun still. And then we have Sonic 3D Blast on the Saturn. Definitely the better version of 3D Blast, but it's still 3D Blast, so it sucks. But the soundtrack is better than the Genesis version, at least. Then we have one of the Saturn's hidden gems, really, is Nights into Dreams. I actually really like Nights into Dreams. It's a very good game, if you ask me. And I even have, if I look in here, we have Christmas Nights as well. This was the Christmas edition that was included in some Sega Saturn bundles and had a little Sonic minigame. Fun fact, this was actually, my planned Christmas special was actually supposed to be a video about this game, but I never had time to do it, so I'm saving it for next year. I think saving it for next year is probably the way to go anyway, because I haven't talked about the other Nights games yet. But yeah, there's a little fun fact there, I guess. And finally, the last few Sega games we have, well, not really, Sega PC. Sonic Schoolhouse. This was the Sonic game that was the hardest to find for some reason. I have no idea why this game was so hard to find, but I have it. Alright, then we have Sonic Shuffle, a pretty trashy party game. There's really, I mean, it makes sense why this was never ported or remastered or anything, because it just sucks. It's not fun. Then we have Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, I still think this game is pretty mid. I've explained it a million times why I think it is, but it really comes down to you're required to play as two gameplay styles when there's three. Okay, you're required to play as all three gameplay styles when really the only fun one is the speed one, and the other two kind of suck. So I don't know. Most of this game is a chore to me, is what I think is the best way to put it. Then we have Sonic Adventure. I like this game a lot more, mainly because if you want to just play as Sonic, you can. Yes, the other gameplay styles are a hit or miss, but I don't know, I think the treasure hunting in this game and the mech stages in this game are miles better than the ones in SA2. So yeah, I like Sonic Adventure way more. But yeah, those are all of the Sega games I have, and some other handheld whatevers. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the Nintendo games, starting with my only N64 game. Yep, it's still fucking Mario 64. It's the same game I've had for the N64 since last year. And the year before that, I never got any more, but trust me, guys, 2025, I'm gonna start collecting more N64 games. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so then we move on to the GameCube games, naturally. Starting with Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, a pretty okay port of the game. I don't really hate it that much. Then we have Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, It's still Sonic Adventure 2, so I don't really care for it that much, but it has some new shit in it, so that's cool, I guess. Then we have Sonic Riders, one of the best racing spin-offs ever created. I just really hope the new Sonic Racing, whatever the hell it's called, brings back Riders in some form. I know it was slightly teased, but man, I just miss Riders. Then we have Sonic Gems Collection, a very good collection if you ask me. It includes games like Sonic R, Sonic CD, along with some other Game Gear games. I think this is a really good collection. It's just pretty rare is the problem. And then we have Sonic Mega Collection, definitely the collection that like has the more popular games in it, like Sonic 1, 2, 3. This was still a really good collection. I know it's a lot of people's first introduction to Sonic was through this collection, so that's really cool. Then we have Super Mario Sunshine. This is really the only 3D Mario game that I don't really like at all. Like, I know it has a huge cult following and whatnot, but it has a lot of problems. It's really one of the only Nintendo games that is actually, like, unpolished to an extent, which is kind of insane. But yeah, I really just don't like this game all that much. Alright, and that brings us to the Wii games. So first up, we have one of my favorite 2D platformers, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. This, even though it's probably not the best New Super Mario Bros. Game, looking in from an unbiased perspective, this is probably my personal favorite just because I grew up on it. This is one of the first games I've ever played, so can you really blame me? And here's my favorite game of all time, Super Mario Galaxy. Yep, this is still my favorite game of all time. Really one of the only 10 out of 10 games I've ever played is this one. There's just, oh, it's so good, dude. I don't even know, it's so good. It's really good. And honestly, I can say a lot of the same about Super Mario Galaxy 2. I just really wish they would remaster this game because having to still play it on the Wii or on an emulator or something is just not the most convenient. And having like a Switch release of this game would be so awesome. This is still one of my favorite games ever. If Mario Galaxy 1 is a 10 out of 10, this is like a 9.5 out of 10. I like Galaxy 1 slightly better. But I do think the overall vibe of this one is better. If that, like, it's more, how do I say this? More like happy, fun, I guess you could say. I don't know. Okay, now we have Mario Super Sluggers. I have no idea why they haven't revived this series on the Switch yet. We've had revivals of the other Mario Sports series, but not this one. I don't know, but I do like this game. This is my favorite Mario Sports game. Grew up on it, you know, all that stuff. It's very fun. Then we have Mario Kart Wii, one of the best Mario Kart games. Man, the Wii just had a lot of good Mario games, but yeah, no, this game is still a blast to play. Even though I don't think it's the best Mario Kart, it's the one I grew up on, so yeah. Then we have Mario Party 8. Yep, this is my favorite Mario Party game. Even though that may be a little bit of a hot take, I haven't really played the GameCube ones all that much, or the N64 ones. I don't own any of them, but I have played some of them. But this is still my favorite Mario Party game, mainly because, guess what? I grew up on it. I know, right? Who would have guessed? Okay, but an actual, like, not so great game, Mario Party 9. Yeah, no, this one is pretty bad in comparison to Mario Party 8. Because I don't know, the car stuff was introduced in this game, and it's not as fun that way, and the stars and all that, I don't know, I just don't really like Mario Party 9. Alright, back into the Sonic games, we have Sonic Colors. This was my favorite Sonic game for the longest time, and I think it still might be. This game is great. I know a lot of people like to say it's mid, or it's, oh, it's a 2D, whatever the fuck, shut the fuck up, this game is good. Then we have Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, or as many people like to call it, Sonic Unleashed. Because, get it, guys, play on words. It's a fine version of the game. I don't really care for it all that much. Then we have Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I don't know why, but a lot of people have grown to dislike this game. I don't think it's better than Sonic Riders on the GameCube. But there's still some fun to be had with this one, as long as you're not playing with those stupid motion controls, then you should be fine. Then we have Sonic and the Secret Rings. I don't care if the story is good, I don't care if the music's good, I don't care if the aesthetic is good. The controls suck ass, and that makes the game bad. This game is not good. And that also applies to Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't think this game is good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's better than Secret Rings. It is better than Secret Rings. The gameplay is way more fleshed out than Secret Rings. That doesn't make it good. It's still not a good game. Then we have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Definitely the best Winter Games entry in the series, even though there's only like one or two. No, there's two. Yeah, that's right, there's two. Yeah, no, this game is still fun, though. This might even be my favorite game out of the whole Olympics series. Now, I have no idea why, but this one was in the back. But yeah, Mario and Sonic at the 2008 Olympic Games. It's alright. I mean, for the first entry in the series, it's still pretty cool, but it's just kind of basic. Mario and Sonic London 2012 Olympic Games. This is my favorite Summer Olympics out of all of them, and I mean, can you blame me? This game is really good. I really do like this game a lot. The London party mode, all of the mini games, it felt very, very complete, which is something that the future Mario and Sonic games couldn't really say. But no, this one's great. Then we have Donkey Kong Country Returns. You know, I've never really gotten into this game all that much. I know it's great. I've heard it's great. It's the return to form for the Donkey Kong Country series, but from what I've played of it, I don't know. I'm more of a new Super Mario Brothers guy, and I know that's like a very, very hot take, but I don't know. This game just didn't really grab my attention all that much. Then we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the first Smash Brothers game I ever played. It's still pretty good. Story mode, Story mode is awesome, and that's probably the highlight of the game for many people. I know in a competitive scenario, it's not that good, but I don't know. I like it. Then we have Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. You know, out of all the Monkey Ball games I've played, which was only like, I played this one and then I played Banana Mania, I think is what it was called, on the PlayStation 5. It's fine. I don't really know. I haven't played much of it. Then we have Knight's Journey of Dreams. I got this game because I really liked Knights on the Sega Saturn, and this one, it just feels like that game, but with a lot of fluff. Like, this game it's longer. It's practically the same gameplay, but there's a lot of, like, extra bullshit that I don't really think needs to be here. So I don't really like this one that much. Then we have Wii Play. I also have Wii Sports somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's probably on the shelf with all my CDs, but because I don't have the case for it. I do like Wii Play, though. Wii Play is really good. You know, just a cool minigame collection. And, you know, my personal favorite was the Find Me one. That was the best one, but I know there's a bunch of Wii Tanks fans out there, too. Then we have Wii Sports Resort. Finally got this game. I didn't own it for the longest time, but, you know, this is a must-have for any Wii owner. Yeah, the sword fighting one was one I played all the time as a kid with my cousins and my brother. Yeah, it was really fun. I haven't really messed around with any of the other modes, though, all that much. Epic Mickey. Haven't played it. I just got it because why not? I know the remaster came out this year, though, and I heard that was good, but I don't know. But Epic Mickey 2, I actually have played a little bit. I don't really remember much of it, though. It's been a while. Then we have Tangled on the Wii. Masterpiece. 10 out of 10. You can never go wrong with Tangled on the Wii, trust me. Then we have Monster 4x4 World Circuit. I don't think I've ever played this game. I just have it. It's a Ubisoft shovelware game, though, so I don't know. Then we have SpongeBob SquarePants, Plankton's Robotic Revenge. I actually remember this game being really difficult for no reason at all. I was like, I don't even know how old I was when I first played it, but it was a long time ago, but I remember it being super difficult. Alright, then we have Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. I don't know. Skylanders was a big part of my childhood, and this was the game, really the only game that I've played the most out of all of them. I don't know. I just played a lot of this game. I don't think I ever beat it, but no, Spyro's Adventure is probably the best Skylanders game. It's been forever, though. Then we have Skylanders Giants. I never played it, I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't remember it if I did. Alright, now we're moving on to the Wii U games, starting with Skylanders Swap Force. This one was cool. Had a cool idea, but I don't think I've ever played like more than 10 minutes of it. Then we have Skylanders Trap Team. Another pretty cool concept for a game, but didn't play much of it. Then we have Skylanders Superchargers. Yeah, haven't played much of it, but it has Donkey Kong in it, so that's pretty cool. Skylanders Imaginators. Haven't played it at all. You can make your own character, though, apparently. I don't know. I've really only played the first Skylanders game. That's like the only one I actually played. Then we have Pokken Tournament for the Wii U. I actually did play this game quite a bit when I got it back in the day, but I really only ever played as Pikachu, and I just spammed the Y button, and, you know, I won. You know, it's a... I don't know if there was ever actual, like, Pokken tournaments and stuff, if that makes any sense, but I don't know. I guess I don't know if there was a competitive scene for this game is a better way to put it, but it was fun. Now we have New Super Mario U plus New Super Luigi U. Yeah, It's a bundle of New Super Mario Bros. U and Luigi U. Luigi U is definitely the better game, but Mario U is still pretty decent. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. It has a lot of issues, and it just kind of feels the same as the last few New Super Mario Bros. Games, but I don't know. I think Luigi U does redeem the package a little bit, and it's a pretty good deal. You get practically 2 different games in one. And yeah, I completely forgot that I also have these games separately as well, so yeah. Then we have Mario Party 10. The Bowser stuff was cool. It really was. It was pretty cool, but that's all I can really say. It's not that good otherwise. I don't know. It just felt very generic, very basic, just more of Mario Party 9, you know what I'm saying? And then we have Mario Kart 8. This is probably the best Mario Kart game. Of course, Deluxe is better, but, you know, that is still Mario Kart 8. Nah, this game is great, though. This game is really good. It's really fun. Then we have Super Mario Maker. I still think this game is better than Mario Maker 2. Kill me. I don't care. No, this game is really fun, though. I have a lot of memories with this game. I think what made it so special was just, like, the magic of seeing your creations on the TV. And that was just, you know, back then, that was something that was just really cool to see. Nah, I still like this game a lot, though. Then we have Super Mario 3D World. Very underrated game, if you ask me. I know a lot of people disregard this game when talking about 3D Mario games, and that's understandable because it's quite different from those other games. But this is still a really fun game, really fun time. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I don't really care for this game at all. Yeah, sorry. It's just kind of, I don't know. I liked it in 3D World because it was like a side mode, but they made it into a full game. And I don't know, it's not my thing. I'm not really a fan of these slow puzzle games like that, you know what I'm saying? Then we have Yoshi's Woolly World. What a fantastic game. I played it for the first time, like, fully this year for the video. It's so good. It's so good. I just wish they would port it, man. It's time. No one cares about Crafted World. Just port this game and I'll be happy. Then we have Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I played this game a ton with my cousins and my brother, and, you know, on the Wii U. I actually played the Wii U a lot, and I remember, like, leveling up my amiibo and doing all that stuff in this game. This is, even though Ultimate has it beat, obviously, this game still has, I still have a lot of memories with this game. It's still a really good Smash Brothers game. Then we have Zelda Breath of the Wild. I got it on Wii U just to own it physically, because I played it on Switch. No, this is still one of the best games ever made, though. Even on Wii U, it's still pretty good, I'm pretty sure. But, no, great game, fantastic game, even. It's great, it's really fun. Okay, then we have Sonic Lost World. You know, I like the game. I know a lot of people hate it, but I like it. I know it's not what a normal Sonic game should be or whatever, but I still like it. I still think it's a pretty fun game. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I want to make a video about this game because it's very depressing how much the Wii U holds this game down. When playing it on an emulator with, like, high graphics and high frame rates, you can start to see, like, the vision that was there. It's not great on an emulator. It's not, like, good that way, but it's better. And I think without, you can see that without the Wii U holding the game down, it could be really good. All I gotta say there. Then we have Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Definitely the best in the Sonic Racing trilogy, if you ask me. There's just a bunch of fan service, bunch of cool gameplay gimmicks, all that good stuff. Alright, then we have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Sochi 2014. This might be the worst Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. There is just not a lot here at all. Like, there's just not a lot of content, and that's all I really got to say about it. Thankfully, things were improved a little bit in Rio 2016, but I don't know. There's still, like, even though this game is, like, rare and it has more character and whatnot, it's still not that great. It's not as good as London 2012. Nintendo Land. I didn't own this game for the longest time because my Wii U didn't come with it. It came with a lot of other Wii U bundles. But I think this is still a really cool demo game. It really shows off the features of the Wii U gamepad and whatnot. I think that's really cool. Then we have Minecraft Story Mode, The Complete Adventure. I don't care what y'all say. I still have a soft spot for Minecraft Story Mode. I think the series is very... I don't know if it's underrated, but I have a guilty pleasure for it. And, you know, yeah. Then we have the two Disney Infinity games that I own, Disney Infinity 1 and Disney Infinity 2.0. The Toys to Life thing with Disney characters is a cool concept, but I don't know. I just kind of messed around in the playground world or whatever it was called, and I never really played anything beyond that. Lego Marvel Superheroes. I don't think I've ever played this one. If I have, I don't remember. Yeah. Couple more Lego games. We have the Lego Movie video game. I actually do remember playing this one a little bit. Yeah, I remember, but I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I haven't even watched the Lego Movie in a while, and I'm pretty sure they made a second game based on the new movie. Actually, it ain't even new anymore. It came out like a few years ago. Dear God, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Lego Dimensions, as you can probably guess, I bought this for the Sonic set or whatever it's called, and I don't know where the Sonic stuff went. It's somewhere. Maybe I got rid of it, but I don't know. Yeah. And the last Wii U game I have is none other than Splatoon. It's fun. I never really played. I wasn't really never really been a big fan of the Splatoon games on Switch and on Wii U when it comes to the single player modes, but the multiplayer is actually pretty fun. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so you know what? Before we get to the Switch games, let's do the DS games first. I think that's a good idea. Starting with, no wait, sorry, Game Boy Advance games. Sorry, Game Boy Advance. Sonic Advance. It's okay. I don't know. I don't really like the Sonic Advance series at all. They're just kind of boring, if you ask me. Very generic 2D Sonic games. Sonic Advance 2. I think this is the worst Sonic Advance game in the trilogy, just because of the level design. It's just not good at all. Sonic Advance 3. The partner switching mechanic was kind of cool, I guess, but other than that, it's just more Sonic Advance, so I don't really like it. Sonic Battle. I've never played this game, but I heard there was a lot of, like, story stuff. There's a bunch of dialogue to scroll through and all of that, so I probably won't play this, but if you've played it, let me know how it is. Maybe it's fun. Then we have Sonic Pinball Party. It's a pinball game with Sega characters. I guess that's a cool concept, but it's really nothing besides a fun little spin-off game. Sonic 1 Genesis. This is a very, very, very bad port. Very bad port of Sonic 1. Yeah, there's a bunch of issues with it. If you're going to play Sonic 1, just play it on a Genesis emulator or Origins or something. Do not play it on the GBA. Don't do it. Alright, now we're moving on into DS games, starting with Sonic Rush. I love Sonic Rush. It's in my top 10 Sonic games 100%. It's just a very fun 2D platformer. It's basically Sonic Advanced, but better. It still has some of the similar level design issues that the Sonic Advance trilogy has. I don't know, though. I just like this game a lot better, though. Then we have Sonic Rush Adventure. Definitely the better of the two Rush games, if you ask me. I know that might be a hot take. But I don't know. Just the whole aesthetic of this game and all of the extra content in it makes it a little better for me. Then we have Sonic Colors on the DS. The Wii version is better, but this is still a good game. It's a lot like Rush. It's basically Rush 3. If you liked the Rush games, you'll like this game, but I still think the Wii version is better. Sonic Chronicles. Bad game, trash game, terrible game. Yeah. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I've never played the DS versions of any of the Olympic games, so I can't really say much about that one. And that's the same with Mario and Sonic Winter 2010 Olympic Games. Can't say much about it because I haven't really played it on the DS, but I heard the story mode was pretty good. Sonic Classic Collection. This was how a lot of people, myself included, were introduced to the classic Sonic games, and I still think it's a pretty solid collection, you know. The ports are a little bad. They have a few, like, sound issues and whatnot, but I don't know. I still think it's a good collection. New Super Mario Bros. DS. Probably objectively, not objectively, because nothing is objective, but unbiased, looking at an unbiased perspective at this game. I can't speak for shit today. It might be the best new Super Mario Bros. Game. It just might be. Then we have Super Mario 64 DS. This is it's an interesting reimagining of Mario 64. I wouldn't really call it a port. It is more of a reimagining, and I think it's good because, you know, you can play as more characters and there's more missions, but at the same time, I think it gets rid of that Mario 64 charm. All right, then we have Mario Kart DS. pretty solid Mario Kart game. It's not my favorite or anything, but it's still pretty solid. Then we have Mario Party DS. This is, I don't know, I never played this Mario Party game, but a lot of people say it's underrated. So I might give it a shot, but I don't know. I don't really know much about it besides that like anti-piracy meme that was going around a couple years back. That's really all I know about it. Alright, then we have Team Umizoomi for the DS. I actually got the chance to play this game this year. Masterpiece. 10 out of 10 game. Really, I'm just playing. I haven't played this game. I don't know why I own it. Yeah. Any Team Umizoomi fans out there who can tell me about this game? Never got around to playing it. I don't really care. Then we have Pokemon X. Never played it. Then we have Pokemon Sun. I actually have played this game. It is one of the only Pokemon games I've ever played fully. I actually don't remember if I ever beat it. I know I got to the, I think it's the Elite Four, I think is what it was at the end of the game. I don't think I ever beat that part, though. I don't know. I found this game to be pretty fun, though. Then we have Pokemon Moon. Same thing as Sun. I think this was my brother's game. Like, I got Sun, he got Moon. So, yeah, I don't know. Then we have Mario and Sonic London 2012. Can't really say much about it because I haven't played the DS versions. Then we have Mario and Sonic Rio 2016. Same thing. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. I think this game is pretty underrated. You know, I know Shattered Crystal was bad, and it was bad, don't get me wrong. But this game is good. It's like they fixed a lot of the issues with Shattered Crystal. It's just not a lot of people cared about this game because it was freaking Sonic Boom and it was 2016. Like, that ship has kind of sailed. Then we have Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. It's just Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, but worse, and with like Metroidvania elements. Such a silly concept for a Sonic game, and it just did not work at all. Sonic Generations on the 3DS. I think this game actually has a lot of missed potential. The gameplay is fine, I guess, but the stage selections could have been actually based on handheld Sonic games, which I think would have been really cool to see. They did with some of them, like Sonic Rush had some representation in this game with Water Palace, and then of course Sonic Colors DS, I guess you could technically count. But I don't know, I think it would have been really cool if they actually took more levels from handheld Sonic games. I think that could have been something that set this game apart from the HD version. Alright, Sonic Lost World for the 3DS. It sucks. This version of the game sucks. Enough said. Super Mario 3D Land. I think it's good. It's definitely not one of the best 3D Mario games, obviously. I still think it's pretty decent though, you know? It's up there. It's up there. It's definitely better than Sunshine, if I could give it anything. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Probably my least favorite of the new Super Mario Bros. Games. This one sucks. It's just not fun. The coin collecting gimmick is cool on the surface. I don't know. I just never really found this game to be that enjoyable, though. Mario Kart 7. A very play-it-safe Mario Kart game, and it kind of sucks that this game has been kind of made obsolete because of Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 did everything this game did, but better, so I don't know. This game is still, I have a lot of memories playing this game back in the day, but yeah, again, it's just, there's no point in playing it. Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. I didn't play this version, I played the Wii U version, so I can't really say much about it. Luigi's Mansion 3DS. I love Luigi's Mansion, it is one of my favorite games of all time, and the 3DS port is how I played it for the first time. I do think the GameCube version is a little better, mainly because it's kind of awkward controlling this game with the 3DS controls. It's still a really good remake, though. It's just, I don't know, I think I would have rathered them port this game to the Switch instead. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. It's not as good as Luigi's Mansion 1. I don't even think it's as good as Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't like this game at all. I just hate that this game got ported to the Switch and not the original. Like, why? Why would they do that? Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. I don't know why, but near the beginning of this year, I was like, I'm going to get every Kingdom Hearts game. And I never did. I might pick that back up next year, but Dream Drop Distance, I own the game. I have never played it, I don't think. I've really only played the main 3 Kingdom Hearts games fully. I don't know. I heard this game was a hit or miss though. Like, some people like it, some people don't, so I don't know. Then we have Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. This was another 2D Epic Mickey game, and I think it was based on the Castle of Illusion game on the Sega Genesis. I don't know. Never played it. All right, so that wraps it up for the 3DS games. Now it's time to move on to the Switch games. So, First up, we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, a port from the Wii U game. I think this game is really good. I never finished it. I got like halfway through and kind of just stopped. But it's very heavily polished. The platforming is fun. It's just I didn't really want to finish it. Then we have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I heard Gen 4 was really good when it comes to Pokemon. And I was just trying to get into Pokemon more because I'm not really a big Pokemon fan at all, except for Sun, oddly enough. So I picked this game up for Christmas one year and played maybe 10 minutes of it. Didn't really care for it. Then we have The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. I just picked this game up. And I've only played like an hour of it. I think it's really fun. The concept is really cool. I never finished Link's Awakening because I just didn't really like how that game played. Maybe I'll have to go give that game another try after I finish this one. But I don't know. I really do like the concept of this game a lot. It's really fun so far. It's just the performance issues kind of bring it down a little bit. Then we have Yoshi's Crafted World. What a disgrace of a game. This following up Yoshi's Woolly World, like, come on now. This game is shit compared to Yoshi's Woolly World. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but no, this game is really just not that good. It's just, I don't like it. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. I don't know if it's better than Season 1. It's good. It's still good to me. I still like it. I don't know if it's better than Season 1. Probably not. Then we have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. Rest in peace. This was the last game in the series. For good, unless if somebody else picks it back up. But they said they're done with the games. And this one was bland as hell. Possibly the most generic out of all of them. Which kind of sucks. How it had to end like this, but whatever. Then we have Sonic Colors Ultimate. One of the shittiest remasters ever made. And it sucks because I feel like this remaster somewhat ruined the reputation of Sonic Colors. I don't know why I think that, but I don't know. This is not a good representation of Sonic Colors on the Wii. You know what I'm saying? I think the mod Project Re-Rainbow fixes this game a lot and makes it more like the Wii version of the game. Then we have 1-2 Switch. Got this game on launch just to have something to play on the Switch, and it's just like, why wasn't this included with the Switch? This is it's a tech demo for the Joy-Cons, and it's $40. Like, just include it with the damn console. I mean, come on now. Then we have Nintendo Switch Sports. What an absolute disappointment of a game. It's fun. It's fine. But the fact that it's really obvious that they just wanted to bring back the sports brand as a cash grab, basically. Because this really is nothing like Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort, and that kind of sucks. And we have Mario Party Superstars. That, you know, it's okay. I didn't really like Super Mario Party. This is just Super Mario Party, but with old stuff, old minigames, and old boards. And, you know, it's a decent time playing with friends, but nah, didn't really do... It's not really that good other than that, I guess. Then we have Mario Strikers Battle League. One of the most generic Mario Strikers entries, I guess. I haven't played the other ones, but from what I've heard, this one was one of the more disappointing ones. But I don't know. Me and my friends played through it one night, and it was fun. It was fun, you know. That's really all I can say about it. Then we have Mario Golf Super Rush. Another situation where it's fun with friends, and that's about it. Then we have Metroid Prime Remastered. I didn't really have a fun experience with this one, you know. I played a little bit of it. I just couldn't get into it, you know. I just didn't really find it that fun. Sorry. Super Mario RPG. I stopped playing it after a couple of hours because I don't know. It just didn't really grab me at all. That's all I gotta say. Super Mario Party Jamboree. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago to try it out with some friends, and it's just more Super Mario Party, you know? If you didn't like Super Mario Party, I don't think you would like this game. Is it better? Maybe. We only played one map, and it was okay, but I don't know. I think it's just more of me not really being a fan of Mario Party. Super Mario Odyssey. I picked this game up sealed because it was on sale, and I just wanted to own it physically. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It's a blast to speedrun. It's one of the best 3D Mario games. Where's Mario Odyssey 2, Nintendo? That's the only question I have. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's a very fun game. I don't know why people are starting to switch up on this game all of a sudden, but it's fun. I'm going to make a review on it soon. probably in January sometime. But this game is really good. It's a really good game. I just don't know why, again, people started switching up on it. like, okay, it's a fucking 2D Mario game and it's great. Stop hating on it. And then we have Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. You know, here's the thing, right? When I started playing this game, I never played the original game on the GameCube, by the way, but when I started playing this game, I actually liked it. I actually had a ton of fun with it. But as I got further into the game, there was just too much backtracking, I think is the best way to put it. So I got like I think I'm on the second to last chapter, but I put it down after that. I had enough, you know what I'm saying? So I think this game is good, but there's a bunch of issues that weigh it down, and those issues prevented me from actually finishing the game. But maybe I'll try to finish it some other time. Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword HD. It's I don't really care for it all that much, you know. I think I'm more of a fan of open world Zelda because traditional linear Zelda is not that fun to me. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is a great game. Fantastic game. Not a 10 out of 10 game. It's more of a 8 out of 10, I think I would give it. But it's still a really good game. There's a lot to do in it. I do agree with a lot of people when they say that it didn't really live up to the hype. Yeah, it's not as good as Breath of the Wild, I don't think, story-wise and gameplay-wise. I think they hyped up the Sky Islands too much, because the Sky Islands aren't really a big part of the game at all. It's more to sow the depths, but I still think this is a great game. Then we have Sonic Origins Plus. Fairly good collection of the classic Sonic games, you know. There's a bunch of cool extra content, too. I don't think it's worth the full price that you have to pay for it, though, that's all. And the final Switch game I have is Sonic X Shadow Generations. I picked this game up on the Switch just to play it on some road trips and whatnot, and still a great way to play the game. It's still a great game, great collection of two of the best Sonic games ever made. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to talk about some PS2 games, starting with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. The Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series is one that has a very huge cult following. I'm very aware of that. I never really been into the series that much, so I can't really say much about this game. Then we have Sega Superstars. This was a cool little game that used the iToy camera accessory. You can do all sorts of stuff with that, kind of like the Xbox 360's Kinect. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then we have Shadow the Hedgehog. This game's trash. I'm sorry, it's trash. It's not good. There's a bunch of issues with it, but, you know, there's still some very... I don't know, there's a small amount of fun to be had with it, if that makes any sense. Sonic Heroes. This game sucks. It really does. It's worse than Shadow the Hedgehog, if you ask me. It's one of my least favorite Sonic games. Yes, I know it's the PS2 version. It's the worst version of the game, but I've played other versions of the game, and it still sucks. It's not a fun game at all. No matter what version you play, it's not fun, to me at least. So, yeah, it sucks. Then we have Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Same thing as Mega Collection, just with some more games. I think that's pretty cool. It has some Game Gear games this time around. Not sure why this collection wasn't released on GameCube, though. Then we have Spider-Man for the PS2. It's based on the original, like, Spider-Man trilogy, or the first Spider-Man movie. Don't really remember much of it at all, if I've even played it. Then we have Gran Turismo 3. I've never really played the Gran Turismo games, so I don't know. Maybe it's good. Then we have Wheel of Fortune. Shit, man, I've never played it, but you know, I fuck with Wheel of Fortune heavy, so maybe this game is like fantastic. Then we have Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I do not like this game. I don't like the card mechanics. I don't like any of that, so yeah, wasn't a fan of this one. Then we have Kingdom Hearts 2, definitely the best out of the Kingdom Hearts games. Such a fantastic game, dude. It's just so much fun. Definitely play the remixed version, though. Don't play this one, because the remixed version has an extra boss fight. That's really cool. Then we have Kingdom Hearts 1. If this is my second favorite Kingdom Hearts game. It's still a really, really good game, even though the second one I think is a little better. But no, this is still a great game. Yeah, I guess we'll move on to the PS3 games now then. Or actually, no, PSP games. Because yes, I do have a few PSP games here. First up, we have Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Never really got into this one. I don't know. It's just, I know it's the PSP version, and and maybe playing it on PSP is better than playing it on the remastered collection, but I don't know. There's something about it. I never really got into the gameplay of it. It's not as good as Kingdom Hearts 2. Then we have Sonic Rivals 1 and Sonic Rivals 2. Some pretty generic racing games, I guess you could say. Not a big fan of any of them. They're very generic 2D side-scrolling racers. If you like them, though, I can understand why. The soundtracks are good. I know that much. Soundtracks are pretty good. Alright, so now we're moving on. Now we're moving on to the PS3 games. Starting with Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. It's a collection of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles, but it also has many more Sega Genesis games. I'm not sure how many games it has, but still a pretty good collection. Then we have Sonic 06, one of the worst games ever made. I don't care what anybody says, this game is not good. It's not underrated. It's not overhated. It sucks, okay? Stop acting like it's a good game. Sonic Unleashed, you know, over the years, I've grown to dislike it a little bit. I still like the game a lot, but the Werehog really just isn't that fun. And no, it's not a skill issue, you learn how to play it. It's just boring. It's not difficult, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I never really cared for the Werehog all that much, but I still gave this game like a 9 out of 10. It's not that. It's a good game without the Werehog. All right, then we have Sonic Generations. The great game, and I'm glad. I was a little unhappy that they decided to remaster this game before Unleashed, but I am glad they remastered it. Being able to play it on PS5 and whatnot is really cool. So I'm glad they did that. And this is still a great game. Very, very fun game. Even classic Sonic is pretty fun. But modern Sonic is where, like, the fun is really at. The modern Sonic's gameplay is some of the best Sonic gameplay we've had ever. And I think that's really cool. Alright, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. It's not better than Transformed, but it's cool how it's a crossover between Sonic and a bunch of Sega characters. I think that's still a really cool concept, and I wish they kept that around for Team Sonic Racing, because I think that could have made Team Sonic Racing way better. But it's whatever. Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time. Never played it. Actually, I have played it. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember much of it, but I have played it. I don't really know what happened in it, though. Then we have Little Big Planet. Rest in peace, Little Big Planet. I know they just killed the servers for Little Big Planet 3, which is very unfortunate. I've only ever played this one, and I've only ever owned Little Big Planet 1, and I haven't played much of it, but, you know, I know it had a huge fan base, and it's understandable why. Really does suck that they killed it off. Then we have Persona 5. I played it for a solid 20 hours or so. It actually wasn't this one I played. It was the Royal version on PS4 that I played. And I don't know. I didn't really play much past it because it got repetitive really quickly. But if you like 300-hour games, then you know this one may be for you. Then we have Minecraft Story Mode on the PS3. I own it on PS3 too, so yeah, that's cool. Then we have Minecraft PlayStation 3 Edition. This version of Minecraft is the one I played first, and it's the one that introduced me into Minecraft, so that's really cool. It is basically just the Minecraft Legacy version, as a lot of people call it, and, you know, I don't know. I feel like nowadays with Bedrock and Java editions of Minecraft, Minecraft has sort of lost that charm that it used to have, and this was when it had its charm, so I do miss when Minecraft was like this. And then we have a couple of games that I never played, but I have, and that is Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty World at War. Never been into shooters like that, so I've never played these, but if you have played these, let me know how they are. Maybe I'll try them out. And then I have God of War HD Collection with God of War 1 and 2 HD. I got this collection because my buddy Connor wanted me to play these games. I haven't gotten around to them yet. I'm sort of hoping that there will be a remastered collection of the original 3 God of War games announced for PS5 soon, so we'll see what happens there, but no, I haven't touched this yet. Then we have NASCAR Heat 2 for the PS4. I've never played it, I don't know. Okay, so here's Persona 5 Royal. I was talking about this earlier. So yeah, it's Persona 5, but with more content. This is the version that I played 20 hours of. It's basically the same game, though, just with more stuff in it and a new character. So, yeah. Same stuff. It's pretty much the same though. Then we have Sonic Mania Plus, a great 2D platformer, a great Sonic game. And yeah, nothing much to say there. I'm just really glad that they made this game because I think it sort of gave Sonic's a good reputation back for a little bit. At least that was until they released Sonic Forces, and yeah, this game sucks. Not a good game. It's really boring, very generic, very short. The level design is very simple, sucks, it's not fun, yeah. Speaking of boring games, Team Sonic Racing, everybody. It's Team Sonic Racing. What do you want me to say? I mean, like, it's the most generic out of the 3 kart racers, and I just really hope that the new Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I know I haven't talked about it on the channel yet, but I don't know, I really hope that the new Sonic Racing Crossworlds is better than this game, because this game is just very boring. And then I have the PS4 version of Sonic X Shadow Generations, because it's the limited run rare version of the game, so I had to put it in a box protector and all that stuff. Alright, continuing on with the PS4 games, we have The Last of Us Part 2. I don't care what you guys say, this game is good. I know The Last of Us Part 2 is very controversial for a lot of reasons. It's not better than Part 1, obviously. But I still think it's a really good game, and it's a really good story. Hot take, maybe. Then we have Star Wars Battlefront. I didn't play this one, but I have played through Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I actually thought it was pretty decent. The campaign was, at least. When you get into the more, EA bullshit with the microtransactions and stuff, then, yeah, I haven't played any of that, but I have played the actual campaign, and it's pretty decent. Then we have Kingdom Hearts, the story so far. It's a massive Kingdom Hearts collection with like 9 different games you need to play before Kingdom Hearts 3. I've really only played 1, 2, and 3, so the other games are a little, I don't really care for them because they're not as fun as the other 3. And yes, I actually did play through Kingdom Hearts 3 fully this year. I know last year I was saying that I didn't really like this game as much as the first 2, and that's still true, but I actually played through the entire thing, including the Remind DLC this year, and I really did enjoy it. I'm very excited for Kingdom Hearts 4 now. I just hope it gets revealed soon, or something about it gets revealed soon, because it's been forever. And then we have Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. I played a few minutes of it, and it's a rhythm game, and it's the most rhythm game you'll probably ever play. It's just, yeah, if you like rhythm games, you'll probably like it, but I don't really care, so, yeah. Then we have Batman Return to Arkham. I was really trying to get into the Arkham games for a little bit there, and I just couldn't. I know Arkham City is much different from Arkham Asylum, so maybe I'll have to jump straight to that one. But when I played Arkham Asylum in this collection, I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. I don't know why. It was pretty boring to me. Madden 21, this is the only Madden game I've ever bought. My dad buys pretty much every Madden game, but this is the only one I ever bought myself. I don't know. It's a football game, if you like football games like Madden and College Football 25, then whatever, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like every Madden game is the same, so there's no point. Oh my gosh, it finally happened. Bro, I actually thought it wasn't going to happen this year. It happens every year, the monitors turn off during the game collection tours. I really thought it wasn't going to happen. That's funny how it took that long. Dreams for the PS4. I bought this to play those cool Sonic fan games on there, and they're pretty fun, but I haven't really played anything else in here other than that. Spider-Man for the PS4. Still a fantastic game. Even on PS5, it's fantastic with the upgraded visuals and all of that. Great game. I really like it. I also really like Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's just, I don't know, I think playing as Miles is a lot better because of his electricity abilities and whatnot. I think that makes playing as him more fun. Yeah. And then, okay, here we go. PS5 games. Spider-Man 2. It's interesting because I feel like this game was very overhyped. Because the best moments in the game are really at the beginning, I feel like. But other than that, it's really not that special. It's just more of the same as the last 2 games, which is fine, playing as both of these Spider-Mans is still really fun. But I feel like one thing that was advertised a lot during the release cycle was that you were going to be, these 2 Spider-Men were going to be together a lot throughout the game, right? When that's not really the case. You just kind of switch between the two to do different missions. So, I don't know. I think the marketing was a little misleading, but other than that, it is still a pretty good game. Then we have Sonic Superstars. I'm not a fan of this game. I'm really not a fan of this game. I know. I don't know. It's just, it's worse than Mania, and I feel like it was trying to be Mania 2 when, I don't know, it feels very cheap compared to Mania. Then we have Sonic Frontiers. This is still one of my favorite Sonic games, but after Sonic X Shadow Generations came out, I started to realize how unpolished this game was. Like, really, how really unpolished this game was, so I think it brought it down just a little bit for me. But I still really like this game. It's still one of my favorite Sonic games. Alright, then we have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. The first Ratchet & Clank 2016 remaster, I think is what it was good. I really enjoyed it. But this game is so much better. The Rift abilities where you like go through portals and shit is really fun, and the gameplay is really fun too. The Last of Us Part 1 remake. Great game, dude. On PS5, it's still a great game. I know, $70, that's a little much, I know, but nah, this is a fantastic game still. I really like this game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. I'm pretty sure this is like a remastered collection. Yeah, it is. Okay, 2 games fully remastered. Haven't really played much of it. Then we have Astrobot. Yeah, this definitely deserves to win Game of the Year. This is a very fantastic game. Very fantastic 3D platformer. I really have no issues with it. Yeah, it's just really good. If you like games like Mario and Crash Bandicoot and other platformers, then I think you would really enjoy this game. It's really fun. And then this is the game I recently just got, was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake earlier this year, and I did really enjoy that game. And so far, I am enjoying this one as well. I'm only on the 2nd chapter, I'm pretty sure, but I am really enjoying this one so far. So yeah, that's good. And now we have the Xbox 360 games, along with some little one-off education games. Alright, I have some disc-only games here to start it off with. We have Modern Warfare 2 and 2K12. Haven't played them, can't say anything about them. Then we have the 2 Sonic Leapfrog games. We have Sonic DIDJ and Sonic for the Leapster. Never played them, can't say anything about them. Yeah, when I bought this 360, it came with a bunch of games, so I haven't played any of them, so I don't know what to say about them. So we're just going to go through these really quickly here. We have Medal of Honor, we have Madden 13, we have Black Ops, Black Ops 2, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, we have Skate, haven't played it, Connect Sports, haven't played it, Dance Central, haven't played it, Connect Adventures, again, nope. Okay, I think those are the only ones I haven't played. The rest I have played. So, first up, we have Sonic Freeriders. Oh, man, this game is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you need a well-lit room, and you need this and that and the third. No, this game sucks, and don't even pretend that it's good just for a second. This is a disgrace to the Sonic Riders series, and it killed it. So, no, do not ever give this game its flowers. It doesn't deserve them. Sega Superstars Tennis. It's a fairly fun tennis game, you know. Not much else to say there, it's just pretty fun. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing with Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, that's the only reason why I got this version of the game, is because it has Banjo-Kazooie in it. I thought that was pretty cool. Sonic 06. Nothing else to say there. And then we have Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. Again, yeah, so, yeah, I have it on 362. So yeah, guys, that was, maybe I missed a few, because I have a lot of games. But I'm pretty sure that was every game I own in my collection. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the longest game collection tour so far. So yeah, guys, other than that, Happy New Year, and I will see you all next year around this time as well for next year's game collection tour. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.